I guess, first of all, anybody in particular stand out today or anything you noticed that really impressed you?
Well, I think, we went first day in full pads, but we still didn't, it was almost practice the way we did the first day. There's a little bit more hitting, but it's not full scrimmage. We build to that. We build to tackle. There's tackle drills. There's some one-on-one blocking drills, but it's still trying to play low, trying to play physical off the ground. So practice didn't dramatically change. I would just say just an overall deal. There's more numbers. There's more. We appear to be in better shape because I don't know if we could have practiced the last 2 days in heat and had a very long, good go today with a lot of energy and a lot of effort. So one guy. There's a couple nice plays, a couple nice defensive plays for some turnovers, a couple nice big plays offensively. But just in general, we got a long way to go, but we're a better group. So the group's more impressive. We had a hard go yesterday, and it was hot in a great way, and we got after it, and that was good. And it was consistent all day, and then we came back today, and we had another not great but building good day, and you're seeing some things, hopefully moving in a positive direction because we're building a little bit. It looks like.
With the competition at quarterback, how are you going to handle the live action? Are you going to let them get hit at all? Are you going to keep them safe most of the way? Especially the young guys who haven't played yet, you want to look at.
That's tough. Because if you got a really good team, you can let them get hit, but they can get hit smart. And when you got bunch of young guys on defense, guys get out of control, or maybe a guy's, you say it's full going, a guy's diving. So I wouldn't mind them getting roughed up a little bit. And we let that happen a little bit, but it's, when guys are getting in legs and ankles and the lower body injuries. So we'll get them hit, but I don't know if we'll get them just total free go. But we might thump them and get in their face a little bit and hit them, but hit them above the waist and hit them with the ball and make sure they can take care of the ball. So they'll be hit some, but at the same time, we really, and I like the couple young walk-on kids, although they're walk-ons, got a lot of work to do with those guys. But you only got 3, you don't go to 2. So there's a fine line there. So it's a great question. We'll hit them. I just don't know if it'll be just an all-out full-go assault, you're free kind of deal. We'll probably toot anytime one of them scrambles and they get going. We'll probably say you're dead there, just so we don't have somebody get rolled up or get a cheap lower body injury.
What are you seeing from Trey, and what do you need to see from Trey?
Well, I think they're all embracing. We're kind of really working hard, and Coach Johns has got them. But sometimes what we'll do, because the way schedule is now, we got them a little bit more, no class conflicts where I'm grabbing them some, and we're just trying to talk about, again, number one, just how to talk and act like a quarterback, and then next deal, how to communicate to the offense what's going on, and then from there, okay, how to find what's happening over here. Where's my problems? Where's my safeties? Where's the blitz issues? Where am I going with the ball? And then from there, what tweaks you make, and finally how to throw it when it's time to throw. So, he's embracing the challenge. He's attacking it, and he's got a lot of work to do. But now he's not just, hey, I played a little bit, or I'm supposed to be. No, he's working. And I tell you why? Because the other 2 guys are really working. And they're working in meetings, and they're asking questions. And I see a page of notes last night where a guy went out about 8 pages because he's writing everything down. And when it's break time and coaches are meeting, they're coming up there sitting with us, and they're resting watching tape, which I didn't even ask. But one guy came, another guy got wind, next guy came, then they were all there. So Trey's doing well, but they're all pushing themselves. And everywhere I've been, when there's a competition, if the egos stay in check, everybody wants it, but if they're teammates, they push each other, and at the end, they're all better for it. Right now, we got a little bit of that. Maybe selfishness and ego comes, but really good players and good teams can check that. But right now, they're pushing themselves, and that's what's helping Trey. Trey's helping Nate. Nate's helping Cam. We're going in circles.
How are you seeing the influence of Travers on the defensive guys? I know that you're not tackling that. Can you see his impact?
Well, I don't know if I'd call it impact, but he's just a very good coach, and then we had a good coach last year. We lost, but we were very fortunate. I think the same thing with Coach Luttrell. So we lost 2, but we got 2 good ones. We've actually added 2 more GAs, and that helps us. So now instead of just having Chris Shula, Brian Haynes that played at Ball State's with us, instead of just having one offensive GA, we've got Carter Whitson and Ryan Stanchek. So we have more coaching going on. It's a new rule change. But those 2 guys, in particular, Seth and John, are doing a great job. John's an outstanding DN coach, coaches with detail, coaches his guys every play. He's a proactive guy, not a reactive guy. He anticipates. His guys are well prepared. He's going to do a great job of special team help, too. He's really involved with our return game.
You talked a lot about Ted Bolser, how much better he got in the spring, basically. What was different between him in the spring and what you're seeing now compared to what you had last fall?
More confidence. He still has the inability as a young guy where he can lose his focus real quick and get distracted and something get to him. And and he has a hard time getting that back. So I'd like to see his ability to concentrate be a little bit better because he can easily, whether he just makes a mistake or someone, flusters and frustrates him, he can get a little out of whack. And that being said, you can see him kind of spiral and go, south for a little bit where when that happens to a more mature, real good player, he snaps back. But we put him in position of trying to be a leader. He was very confident. I think he felt more important. I think he felt more significant. And he had a nice spring. He's been okay starting out. I'd like to see him. It's not been bad. I expect him to pick it up a little bit more.
It looks like someone who has benefited from your nutritionist on staff too, and getting his body fat down.
Who's that?
Bolson.
Yeah, they all. And when you see that field out there, you say, well, that's a little commitment. They built the building or whatever. But the commitment to player welfare, with what we're doing in academic tutoring and mentoring, what we're doing in supplement and nutrition has been awesome. I mean, right now, we're fueling our guys up really, really good. And that's not just nutrition with Amy, it's also them, Mark. And I think Lionel Anderson has been great. And Lionel is a strength coach we hired that played at Kansas, played in the NFL a couple, 3 years. And so he's kind of almost been an extra tight end coach from the weight room perspective. I think that's helped a lot.
From Kenyon Mullen's perspective, what do you see from him? What do you?
Well, again, he's going, he's still young, so you want him to step up because he's one of the more natural leaders. But when you're young, you're still, figuring out. We've got him playing instead of nickel, a little bit more corner. Probably going to get him on the field a lot more in normal down. But last year he was like the fifth guy coming in. Right now he's in the mix to maybe be the corner. And between he and Greg Heaven, we've got Lawrence Barnett with the situation for a game, but we've got some other guys mixing where, maybe, Heaven's the inside guy. Maybe, Heaven's outside and one of those other corners come inside, whether it be Treg Waters or Timmy Bennett or somebody like that or Antonio Marshall. So trying to get Kenny on the field, and he'll be probably pretty big in our kicking game.
Back to Bolser real quick. With Seth, do you see the tight end becoming a little more involved in the offense?
Well, the thing that we're trying to teach them is though if we do what we're supposed to do, like we're talking about training the quarterbacks, if we do what we're supposed to do, we're throwing the ball on time to spaces, and we don't say that's a young receiver and he doesn't know to be there and you wait for him. Because if you're waiting, you're reacting. If you're reacting, you're late. If you're late, bad things happen. Yeah. So you got to throw it on time, and guys got to get the spots. So Ted, we're teaching and emphasizing and trying to be a little bit more cleaner pass game. That will maybe hopefully help all of them. And the tight end in a part of progressions is 1, 2, 3 a lot, where he's not always just the check down. He's the first read, he's the second read. But if this thing's done right, it wouldn't be one guy having a big year. It would be numbers gone where there's 30 and 40 and 50 catches at 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, because that's balance. And sometimes in Pat, when you say balance, you think it's just run and pass. If you're balanced in the passing game, how many times do you throw it to the back? How many times do you throw it to the inside receivers? How many times do you throw it field? Do you throw it boundary? And the balls get distributed like in a basketball game. You see the ball getting inside, getting outside, all that stuff. It's the same deal. So he's going to benefit, but I think a lot of guys will.
Coach, what are you seeing out of your receiving core these first 5?